What is going on, everybody? I'm going to be all Marvel movies in order list. Can I freaking just see the list? Okay, phase one. I'm ranking all Marvel movies from phase one all the way to the ending of phase three. I'm not counting. Okay, I've seen Black Widow, so I can't lie. I've seen Eternals, I can't lie. Okay, all the way up to Spider-Man No Way Home. So literally the midway point of phase four. I'm going to be ranking all movies. I have not seen anything after Spider-Man No Way Home. I didn't even really watch Shang-Chi. So phase six is Deadpool 3. What? Fantastic Four. I hope this one finally sticks. Avengers the Kang Dynasty, go ahead. Avengers Secret Wars, go ahead. Blade, I hope it's good. I don't think it's gonna be though. But that's what happens when you restart the universe and you gotta make new characters and big new fan favorites and stuff. But okay, Iron Man 1, I'm just gonna give first. I'm gonna go through all the movies and I'm just gonna give them a rating. Iron Man 1, 9.5 out of 10 for Marvel movies standards. 9.5 out of 10. It was the first movie. It blew up. It did the same thing for Kevin Feige that Spider-Man did for Sam Raimi and the same thing that Batman did for Christian Bale. It was that breakup blowout movie, and it did the same thing that the original like 1970s Superman movies that it did for that guy who played Superman. It was perfect. It was 9.5. It wasn't too long. You enjoyed the character. You enjoyed every character. You felt sucked into the world. You really felt like you were a part of Tony Stark's fucking like fall apart life that he just keeping together by money and Pepper, um, or Piper. That's about it. Incredible Hulk, garbage, 0 out of 10. Iron Man 2, I watched it again, 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Original Thor, can't even remember, garbage. Captain America, the First Avenger, I don't remember it. I'm going to give it a 7. I think I didn't hate it. Marvel's The First Avenger. Oh no, that is just one title. Wait, is it? Is it Marvel's The First? What is this? No, not Incredible Hulk. No. What is this? Oh, Avengers 1. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Same level. I kind of actually like Iron Man 2 a little bit better, but since it was their first cinematic debut, I give Iron Man 2 probably like an 8.5. And Marvel's The First Avenger, 8 out of 10. Iron Man 3, 6. I'm not watching it again. 6. Thor, The Dark World, 5. No, I'll give the original Thor a 5. Thor, Dark World, I'll give like a 6. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. A lot of fans are gonna hate me for this 8. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. They're gonna hate me for it. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Listen, the reveal for Nazis and all that other extra stuff, that's cool. That's cool and all. Um, what the hell was Hydra gonna do to Tony Stark and all of them anyways? It gets explained later in the later movies, I understand, but again, too many Jesus vibes, especially at the end with the boat scene and they're in the water and then the music. I'm like, I get it. He's Captain America. I get it. I get it. 8 out of 10. If you want me to give it better, 8.5 out of 10. I'll give you an 8.5 out of 10 to make you happy. I'm not giving it a 9. It just didn't stand out to me that much by itself. Didn't stand out to me. Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one, 9. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Avengers Age of Ultron, I don't remember it. I don't remember it. I gotta give it like an 8. I gotta give it like a 7, 7.5. I'm not gonna hold you. 7.5. Age of Ultron was like a 7.5. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie at all. 7.5. I didn't even like it more than the first Avengers. I really didn't. Ant-Man 1 was funny. It It was funny. Give it an 8. Captain America Civil War, 9.5. This and Iron Man 1, 9.5. Captain America Civil War, 9.5. Doctor Strange, 8.5. Guardians of the Galaxy 2, 8.5. Spider-Man Homecoming, since it was his first Spider-Man reveal, 8. Solid 8. Solid 8. Solid 8. Thor Ragnarok, 9.5. I only have three 9.5s right now. Iron Man, Captain America Civil War, and Thor Ragnarok, 9.5. This movie was amazing. This how did you take Thor, who had some of the worst movies in the lineup, only under Thor, and give him one of the best movies? This shit was amazing. Black Panther, 8.5. I've seen both sides of the argument. The best thing that came out of me is wanting the Killmonger haircut out of that. The dread shit that he was doing. 8.5. Solid 8.5. If you want to give it a 9, go ahead. Solid 8.5. Avengers Infinity War, 10 out of 10. This is going to be the only movie on this list I'm going to be giving a 10 out of 10. Is Avengers Infinity War. 10 out of 10. You'll see why. 10 out of 10. This first part, Avengers Infinity War, was a 10 out of 10 movie. This was so much better because it did everything so fresh. In terms of Marvel movie, not even in terms of Marvel movies, in terms of superhero movies, in terms of actual movies, anybody can jump in and start at Infinity War and completely get everything that's happening. And completely get everything that happened. You don't need to know anything about what happened to Thor beforehand, why he's there with Loki. You don't need to know shit. I would recommend anybody start from. I don't expect you to watch all the way back from Iron Man 1. I'm not gonna tell you to do that. If you're trying to get into Marvel right now, start at Infinity War. Start at Infinity War. Anybody, a baby, could jump in at Infinity War and already know they're the bad guys. That's the good guy. I understand why he's doing this. I understand why they're doing that. That's why he won in the end. The melancholy ending with the heroes didn't win at the end. They actually lost. That was some Dragon Ball. That was some Goku versus Beerus type shit. The first time you saw the hero lose in the movies, the heroes never lose in the movie. What do you mean Goku lost the fight? It was that type of shit. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 across the board. It's a 10 out of 10. What is it, a 10 out of 10 movie of all time? No. For superhero movies, 10 out of 10. Regular movies, 9.5. And for especially for everything having to do with Avengers, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Kevin Feige's best work. 10 out of 10. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I watched it. 7. 7.5. 7.5. Captain Marvel, didn't watch it, didn't care for it. Endgame, you lucky. The ending, I can't. This was a 7.5. The first 2/3 of the movie, the first 2 hours were not needed. They panned out the fucking sequence of them building the freaking time machine, training everybody just sitting around Tony Stark's house doing fucking nothing, to finally go back in time. And as soon as they go back in time, they have these useless ass conversations with characters that we were already been established were gone, and we didn't have a need for them to come back. Relive some. The only scene that really was the battle in New York. The battle in New York, Hulk meeting the time person's Doctor Strange's mentor. Good scene. Captain America versus Captain America. Amazing scene. That's about it. Every other scene I felt could have been cut in half. I did, like, even the Naomi and Hawkeye scene. Is it Hawkeye? Is it Hawkeye? Like, I think Black Widow. Even the Black Widow scene, it dragged too long. And again, we've seen it in the last movie. Y'all just, they dragged that they dragged it. They dragged it. They dragged it. They dragged it. The shit with Gamora and I didn't. It was kind of funny, but I didn't care. I couldn't bring myself to care. The movie was so long for absolutely no fucking reason. But that ending fight scene, as soon as um Thanos blew up their home base, from the second he blew up their home base to the end of the movie, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. Even a better ending scene than it was in Infinity War. That ending half of the movie, I would literally recommend everybody to watch all of Infinity War. Watch the first clip where they find Thanos in. Actually, skip that scene altogether. Skip that scene altogether. Skip all of Endgame until you get to the part where everybody is chilling inside Tony Stark's house, all the Infinity Stones, where Hulk grabs it and makes the gauntlet, and they form it together. From that point on to the end of the movie, and you've caught up with everything having to do with the end of Phase 3, start of Phase 4. You caught up. I'm not going to spoil the ending of Endgame, but everybody knows what happens. But for you who don't, go watch it. But when you get up to that part, to the end, you've caught up. If you want to go back in time, watch Civil War. Go watch Civil War. Is honestly Avengers. It was actually Avengers 3. It was actually Age of Ultron, then it was Civil War. But since it had the dawning title of a Captain America movie, because they really wanted to give what's his name top billing. They really didn't even give Iron Man that credit. They really wanted to give what's his name top billing. They really wanted to, but he ended his contract at the same time. So I don't know. I guess because they just really wanted there to be that rivalry between Captain America. They wanted to keep that shit Captain America and Iron Man. Like, nigga, I'm an Iron Man kid. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. But it was amazing. It was an amazing movie. Spider-Man: Far From Home, second movie, five, five, garbage. I hated the second movie. It was so garbage, bro. It was so fucking garbage. A lot of like underage horny sex scenes. It was garbage, bro. It was garbage. It was garbage. It was garbage. They had one quick reveal, like, oh my gosh, it was this and it ties into that. Garbage, bro. Garbage, bro. So fucking stupid. Garbage movie. I hated the second one. Garbage. Black Widow, four. Four. This shit was a five. Spider-Man Far From Home was a five. This Black I'm not gonna lie, Black Widow was a three. Black Widow was a three. Black Widow was a three. That's a hard three for me. That's a hard thing. I love all of the individual actors in that movie. The script they were giving and the editing, you can tell the editors had nothing. They had nothing left in them. They had nothing left in them. They couldn't do it. Didn't see Shang-Chi. Can't tell you about it. Eternals. Everybody hated this movie, or this movie was super controversial. This was a good movie. This was a good, in general. If you told me this wasn't a property of Marvel and you just told me to watch a sci-fi movie by itself, disconnected from any other universe, this is a good movie. This isn't a bad movie. In terms of movies, this isn't a bad movie. It's not a bad movie at all by any standard. It's not a bad movie. It's just not. It's not a bad movie. It's not a bad movie. In terms of Marvel standard, oh, it's the worst thing ever. No, 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 no. Shut the fuck up. No, it's not. I don't give a fuck what Daylight says about that one part with the black guy has to be gay. Nigga, shut the fuck up. Are you gay? No. Then why do you give a fuck? Is your friends gay? No. Why you give a fuck? Who cares? That shit not affecting your life. You don't give a fuck. And you're not gonna do shit about it anyway. So what the fuck is you complaining about? As long as you know you good, why the fuck you give a fuck what these other niggas are doing? If you don't like it, go make your own fucking movies then. Make that shit blow the fuck up. Like, come on now. Old ass motherfuckers, all you do is complain. Eternals, I give it an 8. It was a solid 8. It was a solid 8 out of 10. Spider-Man, No Way Home. My hands are up. My hands are up. I have a complete and utter bias for this movie. Complete and utter bias. Therefore, because I have a complete and utter bias for this movie, because I am a Sam Raimi kid, I grew up with the original Spider-Man trilogy. I give it a solid 9. I will not give it a 9.5 because that extra 5%, That extra grade, that extra half a grade, I'm gonna equate only to nostalgia. So I'm going to take off half a grade to be as fair and honest as possible. 9. Again, in terms of just Marvel movies, straight 9. William Dafoe and I can't remember the name of the dude who played um Doc Ock. Some of the best fucking acting in any single Marvel movie I've ever seen. Those two characters, the person who played Doc Ock, I can't remember his name, and William motherfucking Dafoe, some of the greatest fucking acting in any of these movies. Besides Iron Man is fucking himself, they're in the top 3 for actors who actually played out in these movies. They're in the top 3. And I'm not talking about in terms of legacy or what they've actually done in their career, which both of them already have a big bag, but in terms of actual on-screen acting in the movie, phenomenal, phenomenal. Nice, beyond 9 plus, but I can't say that's all. Solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. Solid 9 out of 10. One of my favorites, but the same way I talked about the Batman, or if I didn't tell you, the Batman is now top 3 of my favorite Batman movies of all time. It's actually in the number 2 spot. The number 1 spot would be The Dark Knight, or what is it called? Dark Knight Rises, the one with Heath Ledger, The Dark Knight. That's number 1. The Batman is number 2, and number 3 would be the Bane movie. I like the Bane movie, and then number 4 would be 1989 Batman, and number 5 would probably be the original Batman. That would probably be the order. But this Spider-Man, one of my favorite Spider-Man movies, and it's hard. It's very hard. As much as I liked the Miles Morales movie, the animated one, it's not my favorite shit. It's really not. It's really not. Is it an amazing movie? Solid 9 movie across the board in any platform. Not my favorite. Again, nostalgic tinted glasses. My favorite Spider-Man movie as I've gotten older, Spider-Man 2, No Way Home, Spider-Man 1. That is my top 3 in that order. Again, this was this. I'm so glad I was fanboying like a little girl when this movie came out. I will tune in for every single Batman movie like a hardened motherfucker. I will turn into a little child at any Spider-Man movie like that, bro. Crazy. Didn't see Multiverse of Madness, but I saw some reviews on it. But I'm not gonna say anything. Thor: Love and Thunder. I heard they wasted Christian Bale in that movie, bro. They just wasted Christian Bale in that movie, bro. They did not use him properly. Wakanda Forever. Didn't see it either. Well, that was it. That was about it. That was about it. And I am a Virgo rising, so I am giving you the most accurate critique I can. And I have Mercury in my 10th with Mars there as well. Also my sun sign. So I'm giving you really in-depth intellectual discussions based on this movie viewing experience. So, yeah. If you don't want to start at the very beginning, I'll tell you the order of movies I would tell you to watch. I would tell you first, if you want to watch all the movies, go from Iron Man, Iron Man 2, Marvel's The First Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy, Captain America Civil War, Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, Black Panther, Infinity War. I know it's a lot. I know it's a lot. But Phase 3 has the best movies across the board. Don't watch the entirety of Endgame, but watch like the last hour and 30 minutes. Not even that. Watch like the last hour and 15 minutes. Trust me, exactly the last hour and 15 minutes, you will catch up Trust me, you will. So don't even watch Avengers Endgame. Watch Avengers AME. Cut out the ENDG. Just watch AME. Then watch Spider-Man No Way Home. You don't even need to watch Eternal, so it's so divisive for people. Watch all of Spider-Man No Way Home, and you're good. You're good. You're good. And I'll wait for oh, Captain America New World. Also, they're finally making a movie about the New World Order that they said was coming in 2030. Well, we're going to war in 2026. So all of 26, all of 27, all of 28, all of 29, all of 30. So yes, so by the time their New World Order starts, which is 2030, we would have been 5 years into Uranus being in the sign of Gemini, which is an indication of war, civil war, world war, yeah, shit like that. So whatever astrological clock they're using, because you can always reverse any mathematician's work, whatever ascendant they're going off of, if really America's, they have their degrees somewhere near the latter half, like 15 plus. I can say that with certainty. And then apparently after New World Order, Blade comes out this year as well too. I guess I'm gonna watch Deadpool 3. I didn't even know Deadpool was a part of this universe, and apparently they recruited him. And I told you, this is like WWE. This is SmackDown versus Raw. This is the Raw roster I'm reading to you. DC is SmackDown. I already signed my place. I'm an astrologer. Dr. Fate was in Shazam, or not in Shazam, in Black Adam. There's a fucking quick scene, like a quick 3-second scene where Dr. Fate literally threw up astrological symbols on the screen. So yeah, I'm a DC kid. I'm a SmackDown kid. You can't see me. My time is now type shit. Feel me? I ain't a Raw kid. I'll watch Monday Night Raw. Don't get me fucked up. I'll watch Monday Night Raw, but I'm a SmackDown kid. Friday nights, nigga, I gotta go to school. I have school on Mondays. Then I gotta go to sleeping. And I gotta go back on Tuesday. I don't got time to be watching you. I got homework to do. Friday nights, the weekends, I'm free, but now I'm working on I'm working on the weekends. Now I'm working on the weekends. You see how that shit works? Now I'm working on the weekends, and I have the rest of the week off. So I could be a Raw kid. Still chill Smack. Well, where the SmackDown motherfuckers are, they need it. Or you could see it this way too. Since Dr. Fate is already putting astrology in the DC world, I could come into the Marvel space and be the astrologer for them. Ah, I could do that too. Yeah, it's not gonna happen though. It's not gonna happen though. They already got Deadpool. Come on, Deadpool and an astrologer in the same bracket. That's not fair, bro. It's gotta be competition. That's what keeps people going. Can't have a monopoly on the market. They already got Deadpool. They got Fantastic Four now, and they're doing Avengers: The Kang Dynasty. Maybe I'll pull up for the Skrull invasion when the aliens invade the Skrull invasion. Oh, Marvel Cinematic Universe movies and shows in chronological order. They gave Captain America 80%, Captain Marvel 79%, Iron Man 94%. I gave it a 9.5. They gave it a 94%. Okay. Iron Man 2, they gave it 70%. Hulk 67%. Thor 77%. Marvel's Avengers 91%. Thor Dark World 66%. Iron Man 3 79%. Captain America the Winter Soldier 90%. Guardians of the Galaxy 92%. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 85%. Age of Ultron 76%. Ant-Man 83%. Captain America Civil War 90%. I feel that shit should be higher. Black Widow 79. They gave us Black Widow 79%. You got me fucked up. That shit should be in the 60s as well. You got me fucked up. Well, actually, no, 79 is a pretty low score. All right, I'll leave it there. Black Panther 96%. I give it a solid 90, 90, 91. I've heard the other people's sides. Racism taken out of context, taken within context for if racism is actually involved. I'll give it a 90%. 92 if you want to stretch it, if you want to do it. Spider-Man Homecoming 92%. Nah, I give it I mean, that is a B. Well, no, that's still an A. I'll probably give that shit like a 80, 89%, to be honest. Doctor Strange, 89. Switch Doctor Strange with Spider-Man Homecoming shit. You got me fucked up. Doctor Strange was an amazing movie. Fuck out of here. Thor Ragnarok, 93%. Yes, you can give it that score. Ant-Man, 87%, whatever. You gave Infinity War an 85%. You motherfuckers don't like when the villains win. You just don't like when the villains win. Nope. And you give Endgame a 94. Switch these ratings right now. Give Infinity War a 94% and give Endgame an 85%. I'm not with all that talking bullshit. I'm not with all that talking bullshit. No, the ending was not enough to do this, and the entirety of the movie should not have only gotten an 85. Critic consensus: Avengers Infinity War ably juggles a dizzying array of MCU heroes in the fight against their gravest threat yet. Dizzying? How the fuck is that shit dizzying? And the result is a thrilling, emotionally resonant blockbuster that mostly realizes its gargantuan ambitions. Bullshit. Avengers Endgame. Critics consensus: exciting, entertaining, emotionally impactful. No, there was no emotionally at the very end. Exciting at the very end, entertaining at the. This shit was fucking boring. The first half of the movie, there was no fighting. Nobody fought for the first 2/3 of this movie. Nobody got into a fight. These are superheroes. Nobody saved anybody's life. Nobody got into a fight. Just fucking talking. If this was a rating of Star Wars Episode 1, you would have given this shit like an 85%. But because it's the last thing in Phase 3, it wasn't even the last movie of Phase 3. It wasn't even the last movie of Phase 3. The last movie of Phase 3 was the Spider-Man movie. It wasn't even the last movie of Phase 3. It was the second to last. Why did you give it such a high rating? That rating is bullshit. Shit was this shit was fucking boring. The first 2/3 of the movie, put my ass to sleep. Like it was super long for no goddamn reason. Do whatever it takes to deliver a satisfying finale to Marvel's epic Infinity Saga. Loki, I didn't watch it. What If, I did watch some of What If. It was didn't know I didn't watch What If. WandaVision, it fell off at the end apparently. I didn't watch this. Far From Home, 90%. Yeah, you can give it 90%. 91%. No, people were not saying this movie was better than this one. People were not saying that. Oh, Far From Home. Oh, that's the one I didn't like. No, never mind. These are some of the laziest Spider-Man titles I've ever heard. Far From them. Okay, some of the most confusing. No Way Home, Far From Home. Which one is the first movie? Which one is the second movie? Which one is the third movie? How am I supposed to know that if you didn't put the 2019 or the 2021? How am I supposed to know that? How am I supposed to know which order to watch these fucking movies in? At least when you put Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3, I know this is 1, I know this is 2, and I know this is 3. How am I supposed to know Homecoming is number 1, Far From Home is number 2, and No Way Home is number 3? How the fuck am I supposed to know that? How? If I've never seen this series before. 93% for No Way Home? Yep, I take that. 47% for Eternals. Go fuck yourself. That shit should be reversed. That should be a 74. 40s. You gave Eternals a lower rating than the fucking Incredible Hulk from 2008. You motherfuckers just are haters, bro. You gave Eternals a lower rating than the fucking Incredible Hulk from 2008. You just some salty bitches. I don't know what to tell you. You just some salty bitches. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. That is plain disrespectful. That is plain disrespectful. Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, I can give us anywhere. Hawkeye, never watched it. Moon Knight, never watched it. She-Hulk, I was following the hate. This show's ass. This show is at least a 60%. I'm not even gonna hold you. This show is a 60%. 60, but not even 60%. This shit is 60%. Miss Marvel, never watch it. Lord Love and Thunder, never watch it. Well, by now, I heard this was very good. I heard this shit was very fucking good. 90%. Yep, I'll give it a Black Panther. What kind of? I never seen it, so I can't tell you. Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, didn't see it. I don't know if it's pretty good or not. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania 48%. I don't know. I don't know. But that was that. People always want to come when I'm ending the stream. All right, goodbye.